And good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Triphahn Ice Center here in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, where tonight we have a pair of girls American All-Star games starting with the 14U. That'll be our game coming up here, tentatively scheduled for 6:20, followed by the 16-19U game, tentatively scheduled for 8 o'clock. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Willowite. I'll be bringing you the call for today's action on the NIHL TV network. Let's get into some of the particulars here. The Northern Illinois Hockey League historically has been the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of travel hockey organizations from Illinois, as well as Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 all-girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks Ice Center to hold the league's NIHL tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, NIHL president, or visit the website at nihl.info. All right, let's talk about how these teams got here, or we'll talk about the divisional play. The girls' all-star selections come from the American-level teams. The number of all-stars for each team is based on the regular season standings as of December 3rd. Welcome to the league's American Girls All-Star event. The all-star roster selection, players were nominated by their clubs, and the selection for the all-star team was made by members of the Girls All-Star Committee and from NIHL's executive board. Goalies were nominated by opposing teams' coaches, and the top vote-getters were named to the Girls All-Star roster. Also have the Girls All-Star volunteers. The league and the players would like to express their gratitude to all the American Committee members, volunteers, and partners as they make the All-Star event a fun and rewarding experience for the kids of the Northern Illinois Hockey League. We have teams represented tonight: the Madison Mavericks, the Lady Falcons, the Hawks, Glenview Stars, Elmhurst Chiefs, and the Warhawks. Lady Liberty, Central Illinois Revolution, Mammoth Vipers, and Wolverines. Well, teams will complete a 5-minute warm-up, and then we will have player introduction. So we're going to do all the bells and whistles tonight, as they'll do public address announcing. So we'll let you hear as we do the player introductions. The teams are broken up as Midwest and Superior. Midwest has been designated as the home team for the All-Star team, and they'll be the ones in the light-colored jerseys. And making note of that, make sure you note that the Madison Mavericks orange team, orange color is their home color. It's their light jersey, and their dark jersey is blue. So you're going to see orange jerseys for Team Midwest. That's the Madison Mavericks, and their Superior version for the Madison Mavericks will be in their blue jerseys. So just make note of that. But Team Midwest will be in the light colored jerseys. They're designated the home team. They'll be going left to right to start off first period. And then Team Superior will be in the dark colored jerseys. They'll be going right to left here in today's ball game. Hockey game, I should say. And bear with us, we'll have our announcements shortly. Good crowd on hand here at the Triphahn Ice Center. Former home of the practice home of the Chicago Wolves. They moved into their nice new facility over in Rosemont. We had a chance to do the National Division All-Star games there. back in December 22nd. That's a nice facility there, but Hoffman State still home to 2 sheets of ice here. And they're going to host the American Division All-Stars thanks to the Wolverines, the host club here at Hoffman Estates. About a minute and a half to go. Just got to tune into these upcoming games. Well, don't turn in tonight, but if you do, the Hawks are hosting the Edmonton Oilers at the United Center. 7:30 puck drop on CHSN. And then on Thursday, the Hawks will be hosting the Calgary Flames. 7:30 puck drop also on CHSN. And Saturday, January 17th, the Boston Bruins come to town. That's a 7 p.m. puck drop. That's on CHSN. And for the Boston fans, that'll be on NESN. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Yeah, we mentioned a good crowd on hand for the 14U All-Star game coming up here. Be excited to get this underway. When we talk about the standings, the top teams in the standings will have the most players. So when you go through that, the Madison Mavericks leading Tier 1 American with 24 points, and then Lady Liberty in Tier 2 with 26 points. So the top teams in each tier have the higher number of selections from the All-Star team. And then aside from the goalies were voted on by opposing coaches. All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the warm-up period. Now we'll roll into introductions. And again, once we do that, we'll just set the microphone aside and let you listen into the public address announcer. It'll be 13-minute periods here for 14U. And just want to let everyone know we're working off the rink public access Wi-Fi here, so there might be some buffering that happens occasionally. So we apologize if we don't have the best stream, but we'll do our best to effort and give you the best quality we can. And now let's listen in on the introductions. down when they do the. All right, welcome back into the broadcast booth as we'll get the game underway here shortly. Player introductions have taken place, and we're ready to go. So obviously the players are wearing their jerseys, either their home or road jerseys, so there's going to be multiple players with similar numbers out there. So as I'm calling these games, I have the team names on there, but sometimes it'll take a while to catch up and see who the players are. They usually rotate the goalie, so we'll find out who the starting goalie is for each period. There are 3 goalies on each roster. And for Superior, we have 52. That's Ruth Clare. She'll start things off in the first period. And then 53 for Midwest. That's from Revolution. That's Milena Wilson. So Milena Wilson to our left. And Claire Rule to our right. And we're underway here at the Triphahn Ice Center. Thanks for joining us here on the NIHL TV network. Girls 14U American Division All-Star Game coming your way, followed by the 16-19Us around 8 o'clock. Got a game time start here of about 6:35, so Larry Beller called it almost right on the dot. He figured 6:35 start, and that's around where we were. There's a puck rolled on net, and covering up, waiting for the faceoff will be Claire Rule. Faceoff will be to the left of Rule. Line change here for Team Midwest. And now that puck comes out to the neutral zone. That was Maeve Cronin who took the draw for Team Midwest, and we have an offsides play. So a neutral zone draw, again, 13-minute periods here. In the 14U division. Now play along the far wall, back out to the neutral zone. Skating up ice with it there was Claire Schlee. But Superior looks to go the other way. They dump it inside the zone. Two-player chase for the puck. Nice job. They're going to throw it over to the far point. Flip shot towards the net. That goes wide. It's going to be tracked down by Frankie Smith. Frankie Smith, centering attempt, goes between the circles, and that's taken away by Team Midwest. And now they look to go the other way. Cross-ice pass, that misses connection there. I think that was Bianca McAuliffe trying to make the pass. And McAuliffe will head off for a change. Here comes Team Superior now. They'll bring the puck up the ice going the other way. Nice stick handling move there. That was Frankie Smith of the Elmhurst Chiefs. And now Midwest back inside the zone. That was Abby Began. Puck thrown over to the far wall. Oh, we got Madison Maverick Crime. Maverick on Maverick Crime over there on that far wall. His teammate, oh, that one rings right through the paint. Began was in the vicinity, but the puck rolled away. She had to chase it down in the near corner. And now we have a 3-4 player scrum, and it's dug out by Midwest. Superior having some trouble clearing the puck, and then one hit off the post. Shot off the near post, the left post. And a backhanded pass, no one there, sort of an area pass by Team Midwest. And now Superior will ring it out to center ice. Puck tracked down by Midwest. And then it'll go into that near corner. Clearing attempt. Finally gets outside the zone. Then a nice sweep check there by Midwest. That was Emily White from the Lady Falcons with the sweep check. And now bringing it into the zone is Nola Boston. Boston, centering attempt, big save made, and covering it up. That might have hit the side of the net, but either way, not taking a chance is Claire Rule. We're still tied. No score. 9:36 to go here in the opening period. Face off to the right of Rule. Superior wins possession. They'll take it behind the net, throw it up into the near corner. Now kept in by Midwest for the moment. And it's eventually thrown out to center. Puck is dropped all the way back inside Midwest territory. Hover will move that puck inside the zone. Hover of the Lady Falcons. Taken by Superior. along the near wall. Spinning pass between the circles. Trying to get it over to Cooper, but it was taken away by Team Midwest. They'll throw it to the near wall. And that's going to be picked up by Grace O'Connell. O'Connell skating, chips it up ice. Still inside the Midwest zone for the moment, and then it's eventually out to center. Lead pass taken by Superior. Kuffel just sweep checks it down the boards, then it goes over to the far wall. Dug out by Team Midwest. Off the near wall. Then out to center. Having a little bit difficulty with that puck there was. Now they're going the other way. Inside the zone, quick skate, shot, save made. And covering up. Nicely done there. Alana Angelos with the shot, and making the save was Milena Wilson. That's the first recorded shot on goal for Team Superior. Team Midwest leading in the unofficial shot category 3-1 so far. Angelos, she had a head of steam on that one, looking good for the host Wolverines. Changed up their scheme and color, looking sharp. Now Superior trying to mount another offensive push here. That puck is taken away by Haley Christian, but then thrown back in from the near point and then chipped out to center. That's going to roll all the way down, and chasing after that one will be Morgan Fox. That's going to be an icing call against Team Midwest with 7:48 to go in the opening period of the 14U American Division All-Star game. No score. Faceoff will be to the left of Milena Wilson. Draw thrown on the side of the net, and it's dug out. Team Superior has it, centering attempt, stuff. Ooh, just unable to get enough on that was Frankie Smith. She was right on the doorstep there. Nice job by Superior. Winning possession and a pass from behind the net to Smith. She tried to stuff it in that left post side. But able to make the save was Wilson. Now Team Midwest inside the Superior zone. Puck cleared out to center. And then it's thrown back into Superior zone by Emily White of the Lady Falcons. Vipers pushing on the forecheck there. Morgan Fox getting it up over to the far wall. Here's Fox. Fox eludes a defender. Has the puck taken away. Cross ice pass. That was McAuliffe. Now between the circles. Flip shot doesn't get through. Then it goes behind the net. Now over to the near wall. Played on by Frankie Smith. Out to center. Player goes, now we're going to have our first penalty. So that'll either be a trip. Yeah, we got a tripping call. That's going to go against Team Midwest. And heading to the box is Emily White from the Lady Falcons. So White gets the first penalty of the game. Power play time for Team Superior in the dark jerseys, looking to get the game's first goal. Draw won by Superior. Flip shot doesn't get through. Good job getting in front of that one from Began. Now Superior trying to mount a rush. They throw it out to center. But good job defensively by Mary Hauver of the Lady Falcons, throwing it back inside the zone, and then that one had to be saved by Rule. So a shorthanded attempt there. Now the puck dumped in from center. There's a chase for it. Who's going to get there first? And that's going to be Riley Healer. Puck goes wide, flip shot towards the net, pushed aside. And then a shot from Chaseley goes behind the net, over into the near corner. Minute 7 on the power play for Superior. Backhand attempt, save made by Wilson. Chaseley with another shot, and that one steered aside by Wilson. She's under some duress here, but holding up nicely. That shot doesn't get through. Began clears. And that'll be icing. So shots are now even at 4-4 with a few shots in succession there from Team Superior on the power play. They still have 48 seconds to go on their power play. 5:05 to go in the first period. Draw to the left of Melina Wilson. Possession taken by Midwest. They throw it outside to center ice. It's going to be tracked down by Juliana Maloney from the Hawks. He throws it up ice. And then that shot saved. And covering up as Allie Hanlon fired that in from the near point and then followed up her shot looking for the rebound. And Wilson said, no, I'll cover it up from here. So face off to the right of Wilson. Hanlon tried to win the draw. Over to Maloney. The near point between the circles, turnaround, Hanlon shot, oh, and that one rolled on net. Tracking it all the way was Melina Wilson. So Allie Hanlon making her presence felt on this shift here. Her and her teammate Maloney teamed up on that particular possession. Shot off the draw by Kuffel. That one goes behind the net. 14 seconds on the power play. Here's Maloney. Flips it into the near corner. It'll ring around behind the net. A couple white shirts take possession, and then they'll move it up ice. Austin. Shot goes behind the net. Penalty is over. Both teams are at full strength, and it's a 6-4 shot advantage now for Team Superior after that power play where they got at least 4 shots on net. Thrown out to center, under 4 minutes remaining in the opening frame. Spinning around in the zone there, trying to push that puck forward is Nola Boston. Now behind the net, Team Superior throw it over the near wall. Comes right back. Another attempt to get it out. Kept inside the zone and swept away by Rule. Slapper doesn't get on to Rule. But then keeping it inside the zone, doing a nice job is Haley Christian. But then it comes out to center. Back inside the Superior zone goes Team Midwest. Good stick handling move there by Abby Carapella. And then throws it inside the zone. Far corner, 3 minutes to go in the opening period. Now over to the near side. Grace O'Connell will throw it to the far side. That's going to be kept in, however, by Josie Kalella. And then it gets flipped into the Midwest bench. Let's see where that draw is going to go back inside Midwest territory with 2:43 to go. It'll be a face-off to the left of Melina Wilson. Draw rolls over to the near corner. Battling for the puck there, Grace O'Connell. Kept in by Chaseley, throws it down low. Oh, and then a spin around pass by Smith, but no one was in the vicinity. And we got a push from behind. We're going to get another Midwest penalty. It'll be officially a roughing call, but yeah, knocked from behind. So heading to the box will be Mia Scola of the Lady Falcons. So right back on the power play goes Team Superior. Shot off the draw. Off the draw goes right on to Milena Wilson, and she covers up. Boy, she's been tracking that puck nicely. Only 2 seconds ticked off the power play there. 2:19 to go in the opening period. No score. Far side battle. Kept in. Flip shot goes wide. Doing a nice job of getting that one on net was Megan Miller of the Vipers, or towards the net. Now Miller will have to retreat inside her own zone. Throws it over to the far wall, getting the puck up ice to Brooke Kless. Smith had it for a moment, then it's shoveled into the near corner. Smith will move into the front of the net, and then between the circles, shot, and a glove save made. Snapping the attempt from Brooke Kless. Boy, Wilson has looked really strong in net. That was a big-time save. Not a whole lot of traffic, but still, that was a heavy shot from Kless. And Wilson able to come up with the save, face off to her left. Between the circles, Maloney, flip shot and another glove save, and not giving up a rebound is Milena Wilson. That's now 7 shots on goal for Superior. Still a minute 19 to go on their power play. And another puck goes into the Midwest bench. That one last coming off a Superior player. But it looks like draw will go to the left of Wilson again. 2 Mavericks on the draw. Who's going to win? Behind the net they go. Over to the near wall. Cross ice pass. And then far point shot goes wide. That coming from Megan Fox of the Vipers. Now Maloney throws it towards the net. That one was almost friendly fire. Tip in there from Schmiegel. Behind the net, 36 seconds on the power play, 56 seconds to go in the period. Centering attempt. Near point, Maloney. Flip shot, deflected a couple times, but Wilson able to find it and stop it. Cross ice pass. Deflection, no good. Wilson standing on her head. And another puck goes into the bench. That's 3 pucks into that Midwest bench. Boy, Milena Wilson. Big time saves there. There's 14 seconds remaining on the power play, 35.8 seconds in the period. Face off to her left. Draw taken by Team Midwest. They'll skate behind the net. Stick handle up along the near wall, and then they'll throw it out to center. That one will roll all the way down. Too slow for icing. Penalty is over. Both teams back at full strength with 20 seconds remaining in the period. So another penalty kill for Team Midwest after a barrage of shots in the early half of that power play by Team Superior. 8 seconds remaining. Inside her own zone is Hayden Vokral. And then the horn sounds signifying the end of period 1. No score. Entertaining first period. But star of that period has to be Milena Wilson. Has officially 7 shots on goal. Claire Rule also played strong in net for Superior, but the degree of difficulty of the saves made by Milena Wilson, something to note here in that first period. So now we'll look to see the goaltenders for period number 2. As the teams will change side, Team Midwest will go right to left, and Team Superior left to right. So nice job in net for Claire Rule and Melena Wilson. And going down, I think they're supposed to go the other way. Yeah, I think. No, yeah, I think the goalies are in the wrong spot. Now, wait a minute now. Yeah, the goalies went to, I was going to say, all right. All right, for Team Midwest, it'll be Kayla Lagarai will be in net for period 2. And then for Team Superior, I think that's Nicole Miller of the Lady Falcons. So Miller takes over net-minding duties for Superior in period 2. Superior inside the zone. So Kayla Lagarai in the net to our right. Yeah, so both teams lined up on the same sides as they did in the first period. Then the forwards and defensemen switched sides. The goalies were like the last one to figure out, they have to switch sides. Once they saw a bunch of white jerseys and dark jerseys on their particular side. So, but all's well that ends well. We'll update this to the second period now. And covering up and making the save is Miller, Nicole Miller. So face-off will be to the right of Miller. Puck is dropped. Between the circles, that one deflects a couple times and goes behind the net. Last touching it there was Grace O'Connell for the Mavericks. Team Midwest trying to keep the puck inside the zone. They will. That's Haley Christian doing a good job. But then it's taken out. Here's Kless. Kless loses the handle. Well, then Hall picks it back up for Superior. Hall coming on towards the net. Pass, shot, save made. Hall with the pass to Smith. And stoning Smith on that one was Kayla Lagarai. So another great opportunity for Team Superior, but another big-time save made by the Midwest goaltender, and that time it's Kayla Lagarai picking up where Melena Wilson left off. Great goaltending here, as you would expect from All-Stars. And it's just shined that much more. 8-6 shot advantage for Team Superior. Play in the far corner. That's rung around over to the near wall. That's going to be kept in by Superior as that one shoveled down by McAuliffe. Then thrown over to the far wall, kept in. Centering attempt, that one rolls on to Lagarai, and Lagarai will hold on for the faceoff. 10:40 to go in period 2, still no score. Faceoff to the right of Lagarai. On the draw for Superior will be Jordan DeKaiser. And going up against Maeve Cronin. Midwest wins possession off the draw. They'll throw it into Superior zone where Miller, guess what? Another puck into the Midwest bench. That's like a firing zone over there. Fourth puck into that bench area. This time the faceoff, well, again, will go into Superior zone to the left of Nicole Miller. Puck loose, far corner. And a shot attempt there, blocked and thrown back in the zone by Annabelle McConaughey from Mammoth. Dug out by Superior. Oh, and then just on the blue line, keeping it in, doing a nice job there with Superior. I think that was Bryn Cooper from Lady Liberty. Centering attempt. That goes between the circles. Miller with a shot and a glove save made. And then holding on for the faceoff is Kayla Lagarai. Well, game started out with the advantage for Team Midwest, the light-colored jerseys. But then with Team Superior getting a couple back-to-back power plays, they've really picked things up on the offensive end. And they lead in the unofficial shot on goal, 10-6. Fox trying to keep it in along that near wall. But eventually comes out to center. A couple Mammoth players skating up ice, throwing it on net towards Miller, who steers it aside. It goes into that near corner between the circles. Humphrey, oh, and it squirts in. That's Alyssa Humphrey from Revolution. Actually, no. It was Harley Schultz who was first in line there. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, Alyssa Humphrey from Revolution gets the goal. Just like that, Team Midwest takes the lead. So 1-0 lead for Team Midwest. The unofficial or the official home team for this game. Here they come again. Another shot and a save made. Backhand attempt, save made by Miller. Between the circles, thrown on net, goes wide. Then behind the net. Humphrey between the circles again. They're trying to get the puck to her, but unable to as began. Kept in by Midwest. And another stuff attempt. Began threw it on net. Under siege there is Nicole Miller. Luckily, it's only a 1-0 score at this point. It could be a lot worse off for Team Superior if not for several key stops there by Miller. So now Team Midwest picking up the offensive attack. A wraparound attempt. And Lagarai is able to cover that up and hold on for the faceoff with 8:19 to go in period 2. Oh, faceoff to the left of Kayla Lagarai. Behind the net they go. Inside Midwest territory, they try and bring the puck up ice. Hayden Vokral eventually gets it out to center. Cross ice pass from Miller. Trying to find a connection there. Unable to. Chaseley deflects the puck away. Now Kless will take it for Superior. 2-on-2. Kless trying to skate around, but doing a nice job defensively there is Vokral. Then flips it back inside Superior zone. Between the circles. Chaseley stood up. Nola Boston there, and then a shot goes on net. Miller steers that aside. Now puck to the near wall. Vokral with a keeper. Had it, lost it. Superior. Kless tried to move up ice, but missed the puck. Miller gets it back for Superior, throws it off the back wall. Chaseley will chase after it. Up ice to Kless. Kless, one-on-one opportunity, gets by one defender, stick handles. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty. This could be a slashing call. No, a hooking call. So a hooking call on Team Midwest as Kless was hooked, going in for the shot attempt on goaltender Kayla Lagarai. And heading to the box will be Conaway. So Annabelle Conaway goes off for the hook. Third power play of the game for Team Superior as they look to get the equalizer here in period 2. 6:43 to go. Draw one by Superior. Fox, cross ice pass, up high. Maloney throws it on net, and it's steered into the far corner by Lagarai. And now in the own zone is Mia Scola. Throws it to the far wall, back up to Maloney at the far point. Another flip shot towards the net, doesn't get through. And then now Team Midwest has some numbers here. They flip it inside the zone. Nice job of making sure you clear a center there by Haley Christian. And they'll kill some time inside the zone. Along the far wall, chipped out to center. Bring the puck up ice. It's Jordan DeKaiser. DeKaiser, she's in a battle there with Mia Scola behind the net area. Dug out by Superior. Pass off the wall, Maloney. Over to Fox. Fox, top of the near circle, whistles that one wide. Maloney will have to chase it down over at the far wall. Maloney, another flipper. That one gets on net. And covering up and making the save is Lagarai. 12-8 shots on goal in favor of Superior, but 1-0 lead for Team Midwest. 54 seconds on the power play for the dark-colored jersey team, Team Superior. And 5:37 to go in period 2. 1-0 lead for Team Midwest. Draw one by Superior. Up high. McAuliffe flips it. Check that, that's 54. No, 64, that's Lydia Mackey from Lady Liberty. Mackey has it. Up along the far wall, out to center. Stolen back by Team Midwest. They'll throw it inside the zone. Good job there by Grace O'Connell. Then kept inside the zone by Team Midwest. 18 seconds on the power play for Superior. Stick handling and losing it. Schlee throws it on net, steered aside by Miller. Far wall, Cooper. Cooper shovels it up ice. That's intercepted right back by Madison Schmiegel. And now a couple players collide in the neutral zone. That's carried in. Shot! Save made. I think that was Kuffel with the shot. Now Cronin. Cronin loses the handle. Penalty is over. Both teams at full strength. And as Cronin was tied up, she flipped the shot from that far circle, forcing Miller to make a save. Nice follow-up effort there by Cronin. And that puck goes all the way down. That's going to roll onto Lagarai and sweeps it over to the far wall. Out to the neutral zone. And Chaseley has to wait until Superior's back on side. And then she dumps it in. Chaseley throws it down low, heads back over to the far point position. Puck will come back her way. Chaseley slides it towards the net, doesn't get through. Team Midwest, 3:42 to go in period 2. O'Connell had the puck swiped off her stick by Miller. O'Connell centering it, trying to get it to Cronin. Between the circles, McAuliffe throws it on net. Save made Miller. Stuff attempt O'Connell denied. Flurry of activity in front of the net of Miller. And now trying to push the puck up net is Allie Hanlon. Here's Hanlon skating, shooting from the far circle. That goes behind the net. Now Miller. Puck goes in front of the crease over to the far corner. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in period 2. 1-0 lead for Team Midwest. Team Midwest pulls the puck outside the zone. Cronin. Inside the zone. Has it swept away by Miller. Then up ice. Trying to make a connection there with Alana Angelos. And get an offsides call. Or it might have went in the bench again. So, face-off, neutral zone face-off along the far wall. 2:42 to go. 13-10, the shots favor Superior. 1-0 is the score favoring Midwest here in period 2. Well, losing an edge for a moment there was Vokral, but then she's able to regain her footing. Cross-ice pass from Kless finds Smith. Smith eludes one defender. Now a couple white jerseys converge to get the puck out to the neutral zone where Fox picks it up for Superior. Misses connection there with Hall. Then back out to the neutral zone. Began will just dump it into Superior zone. No icing. It's going to be played by Fox. Now Hall. Here comes Superior. Inside the zone they go. Centering attempt swept away. That was Juliana Maloney going coast to coast there, and then with the centering attempt, that was swept away by Team Midwest. Kept in by Smith. Turnaround shot goes wide of the left post. Over to the far wall. We're down to a minute and a half remaining in period 2. Superior looking to get the equalizer here late in the period. Flip shot on net, save made, and holding on for the faceoff is Lagarai. Good idea there by Mackey, Lydia Mackey, to just throw it on net, forcing Lagarai to make the save and hold on for the faceoff. So an offensive zone draw for Superior with a minute 21 to go in period 2. Faceoff to the right of Lagarai. Midwest wins possession of the draw. They'll look to skate it out. Unable to, however, as keeping it inside the zone is De Kaiser. Along that near wall. Mackey pinches in from the near point. Dug out by Midwest. Kept in, however. Still inside the zone. And it's rung down low by Rasmussen. Lakshmi Rasmussen. Out to the neutral zone. We're under a minute. 51 seconds to go. Dumped in, but the Team Midwest was offsides on the dump-in attempt, so we'll have a neutral zone draw along the far wall. Good game here. It's only a 1-0 lead for Team Midwest, but we've had chances on both ends, and both goaltenders have played really strong. Team Midwest pitching a shutout so far. Kuffel battling along that far wall, and it's flipped inside Midwest territory. And keep-in attempt denied. Hacking and whacking at that puck. And taking it behind the net. That's Addison's shot from the Chiefs. And then a flip shot goes wide, 19 seconds remaining. Rung over to the near wall. Kept in and dumped down low. Nice job there by Emily White. And then the puck comes out to the neutral zone and period ends. So we're going to roll into period 3 here. We are still at 1-0 is the score in favor of Team Midwest. The only goal in that period coming from Alyssa Humphrey from Team Revolution, giving Team Midwest the 1-0 lead. And now teams will go back to their original sides in the first period. So Team Superior will be going right to left, Team Midwest left to right. And that would mean our third period goaltenders should be, it'll be Mia Cosentino from the Chicago Hawks will take over net duties for Team Midwest in the third period. And it'll be Rylan Murphy from the Madison Mavericks for Team Superior. We'll verify that, make sure both goaltenders are in their net. Yep, there's Murphy to our right, and to our left is Cosentino. All right, 13 minutes remaining. And if it does end up tied, they do go to an overtime, and then they'll also go to a shootout if it's still tied after the overtime. So that happened in the national 14U game. That one went to extra time. Play at center ice. Here comes Superior. Oh! Back pass there from Josie Colella, but no one was home. Here's Colella between the circles, flip shot, and an early save made by Cosentino. Yeah, so Colella did a drop pass there. No one was home, and then she tracked the puck back down and fired it between the circles, forcing Cosentino to make the save. Draw kept in by Chaseley near point. Back to Chaseley, that rolls off her stick. And now taking outside the zone is Haley Christian. Christian, far side pass, backhanded towards the net, some traffic, but that goes wide in front of Rylan Murphy. Dug out by Christian, tries to fire it towards the net between the circles, but getting in front of that one was Megan Miller of the Vipers. Pass up ice. Knocked out of the zone by Cronin. Here's Miller, carries it in for Superior. Throws it down low. Rung over to the near wall. Chaseley will keep it in. Cross ice pass back to Miller. Just tried to poke at it, and then it's taken away, and going up ice is Cronin. Here's Maeve Cronin. Throws it between the circles to O'Connell. Back to O'Connell. Shot high over the crossbar. Here comes Superior, fanning on it, but at least getting it out to center where Cronin will play it and brings it back inside the Superior zone where Chaseley tries to take it off the stick of Cronin. Up ice. And then pushed back inside the zone there by Colella. O'Connell will throw it all the way down. Not enough on it for icing. So that's going to have to be played by Maloney. Ooh, that one tried to clear. That one went off the cage or helmet of McAuliffe. So Maloney will have to go back in and play it. That's why they wear all that gear. Fox behind her own net. Gets it up ice. Here's Colella. She's been out there a while. Colella, shot save. And holding on and making the faceoff is Cosentino. Nope. Well, face off to the right of Cosentino. They'll do it again. It'll be Hall against Humphrey. Hall wins the draw, centers it. Kress just couldn't get a handle on it right away. Back to the far point. Fox drops it down low. Behind the net, Kress. Hall battling. Smith right in front of the net where she's been several times. Fox with the flip attempt, that gets through. That might have been an own goal. I believe that might have been knocked down by Mary Hoffer from the Lady Falcons, but Fox will get credit for the goal, and we're all tied at 1. So Morgan Fox gets the equalizer for Team Superior. Yeah, that might have been, Hoffer might have knocked it down, but got it between the wickets of Cosentino. Fox will get credit for the goal. We're all tied at 1. Dug out by Team Midwest. Ooh, over skating it was Stella Wheelock and then brought in off sides. Neutral zone draw. We're all tied at 1. 10:03 to go in period number 3. Midwest wins the draw, thrown in, but thrown back out by Superior. Heater tried to gain possession there, and then it was, we're going to get a penalty, a tripping call. And that's going to be on Scola of Team Midwest, so the fourth, there's at least 3, maybe 4th penalty. For Team Midwest, as Mia Scola goes off for tripping. Draw to the right of Cosentino. 1-1 is our score with 9:54 to go in period 3. Conaway. Puck thrown out to the neutral. Oh no, they're going to say it was on the line. Then flip down low. Vokral tries to throw it out to center. She does. And then dumped back in by Superior and Angelos. Now here's Christian. Christian shorthanded. Behind the net. Tries the wraparound. And then covering up is Rylan Murphy. As Christian tries to score on her teammate, but not teammates today. As Rylan Murphy is on Team Superior and Haley Christian on Team Midwest. But nice job by Christian killing some time, and then it'll be an offensive zone draw for Team Midwest. O'Connell. Grace O'Connell battling along that far wall, dug out by Superior. Bringing that puck up ice is Carapella. And flipped on net, and casual save there by Mia Cosentino. Minute 4 to go on the power play for Team Superior. 8:58 to go in period 3. We're all tied at 1. Goals by Alyssa Humphrey for Team Midwest. And then just a few minutes ago, Morgan Fox from Team Superior, and those are our only goals. Chaseley with the keeper at the far point, but then White knocks it outside, and then backhands it off the near wall, a self pass. White will dump it down low and chase. That's going to be picked up, however, by Kalella, Josie Kalella, and thrown out to the neutral zone. There's White. There's stick handling there, check that. That's Hoffer. Hoffer with the stick handling work. Nice job to get it inside Superior territory. Now Kalella coming in. Kalella, top of the far circle, glove save made. That might have been ticketed over the crossbar, but not taking any chances is Cosentino. You see a puck, you make a save, and that's what she did there. 20 seconds on the power play for Superior. Face off to the left of Cosentino. Far corner. Up ice. That's Cronin. Pass to McAuliffe, back to Cronin. Cronin, top of the far circle, behind the net. Centering attempt, that's taken away by Maloney. Penalty is over, both teams back at full strength as Superior looks to go the other way. Taking it long distance there is Maloney, and then Maloney will dump it down. Nice job there by Juliana Maloney from the Hawks. Puck shoveled up ice by Schlee. And Maloney will throw it over to the near wall. Skating inside the zone is Hall. Hall, centering attempt was picked off. Nicely done there by Madison Schmiegel. Up ice pass to McAuliffe. And now Schlee had it. Puck is loose. Claire Schlee behind the net, and then Fox throws it to the far wall. That's going to be kept in by Scola. Back to the near wall. Pinching in to keep it inside the zone. Nicely done there by Schmiegel. And she gets back to the near point position. Dug out by Hall. Scola spins around, throws it between the circles. And then it's chipped outside the zone by Hall. McAuliffe tries to push it back inside the zone along with Cronin. Then Smith had the puck swiped away, but Hall gets it back, puts it at the back of the skates of Smith. And Smith will have to wait. Nice job waiting for Hall to get back on side. And then she ran into Began over on that far wall. And Superior still has it. Oh, big time collision there. And now going the other way. Bringing it up ice is Addison Schott. Yeah, Brooke Kless down there. Shot. That one goes, getting a piece of it was Cosentino. Good pressure being put on here by Superior as they're looking to get the go-ahead goal. Now shot along the far wall, or near wall. Thrown back over to the far wall, Began. And Scola. Began gets it back. Flips it off the wall. Out to the neutral zone. Ooh, that was close for offsides, but they gave a little leeway there as the player was going the other way. Oh! Blocker save made by Cosentino in tight. Then it's eventually thrown out to center. Aldridge. Oh, we're going to get a penalty. I think we're going to get our first penalty on Team Superior. And I think that's on Gwen Chaseley. Oh, Chaseley to the box. Official call is interference, so interference on Chaseley. So power play for Team Superior with under 5 minutes to play. 4:55 to go. Face off to the left of Murphy. Top of the near circle. That one never gets through. They're trying to keep the puck inside the zone is Stella Wheelock. Backhanded out to center. That's going to be tracked down by Vokral, Hayden Vokral. Inside the zone is Nola Boston. Dumps it down low. Thrown over to the near corner. Chasing after that is Miller. Taken by Superior. Minute 18 on the power play for Midwest. Puck inside Midwest territory. They'll throw it over to the near wall. That one eludes Economos. Then whacks at it and goes over to the near wall. Economos behind the net. Maloney gets there first. Then thrown up ice by Hanlon, Allie Hanlon. That's going to go all the way down, but no icing. 50 seconds on the power play for Team Midwest, looking for the go-ahead goal with 3:38 to go in period 3. Backhand pass, that's taken by Miller. Now Christian. Haley Christian inside the zone, dumps it down low. Who's going to get there? Grace O'Connell skating after it, but Miller digs it out, throws it over to the far wall where it's going to be kept in by Emily White. White dumps it down low. Back to White, far point, tried to keep it in but lost her balance. It could be a breakout here. As Superior goes the other way, a flip shot. Unable to get that through was Abby Carapella. She had a good chance there, tried to take it left-right. Penalty is over, both teams back at full strength. And here comes Superior. O'Connell throws it on net, blockered aside by Murphy. 2:44 to go, we're all tied at 1 here in period 3. Fox behind the net, throws it over to the near corner. That's going to be tracked down by Alana Angelos. Thrown between the circles. Oh, that shot whistled between the circles there by Kalella. Angelos had it for a moment. Then Mackey throws it on net. Where is it? It's steered over to the far corner. Now Schlee. Schlee will dump it in and chase. We're under 2 minutes to play. Minute 53. Shots are 18-11 in favor of Superior. And a save made by Murphy. Shot goes in front of Murphy into the near corner. Chaseley now. Stick handles. Pushes it forward. Here's Chaseley. Puck is on edge, having a hard time corralling it. Chaseley gets possession, throws it between the circles, and it's picked off by Alyssa Humphrey, who has the lone goal for Team Midwest. Now on a minute remaining, centering attempt, trying to get it over to Humphrey, but she has to chase it in the near corner. Humphrey digs it out. Had Aldridge in front, but wasn't able to make a connection. Now Superior goes the other way. Cross ice pass. Smith. Smith loses the handle. And now going the other way. Is Team Midwest, thrown on net and a save made. That was Stella Wheelock with the shot and the save made by teammate Rylan Murphy. Face off to the right of Murphy. And right off the draw, nice save made by Murphy. Out to the neutral zone. Superior trying to get it towards the net. 1-1 tie. We're under 30 seconds remaining, 26 seconds. Play inside Midwest zone. Back out to Maloney. Flip shot towards the net, deflects into the near corner, 17 seconds. Backhanded up to Fox, who has the lone goal for Superior. Now Heater tried to make it back to Fox, but it goes outside the zone, 7 seconds remaining. Fox with a cross ice pass to Maloney, back to Fox. Up ice to Heater. And time will wind down, and we're going to head to overtime. Boy, what an entertaining game here. And now we're going to head to, I believe we'll start with the 3-on-3 overtime, and then after that they'll go to a shootout. Or they might go right to the shootout, so we'll see where they're going with this. They might be going right to the shootout. There's 6 players on the ice for Team Midwest. And we're waiting for Team Superior. No, there's 4 minutes, so it should be an overtime. So Team 6-on-6 overtime period. Teams will change sides. We're waiting for Team Superior to break up their huddle. And these will be empty cages, so it's 6-on-6 overtime hockey with no goalies here in the overtime period. Here's Fox. Fox inside her own zone as the teams change sides. Superior going left to right and Midwest right to left. Out to the neutral zone they go. Puck is dug out. Here's Aldridge. Aldridge carrying it ahead, throwing it towards the net. Oh, that just tipped the left post. Aldridge with a nice shot there. And then the puck is deflected. It goes behind the net. Dug out by Midwest. Still has it. Flip on net. Score! Getting the shot from the far circle. Trying to get the license plate there. I think that was Grace O'Connell. So it's not sudden death, though, but it is O'Connell who gets the first goal to give Team Midwest a 2-1 lead, but they'll play on. So O'Connell gets the goal. Puck kept inside the zone for the moment. Then out to the neutral zone. Here's Hall. Hall will carry it forward. She loses the handle as Humphrey picks the pocket. Looks to go the other way. Centering attempt nicely done by Miller. Now going the other way is Superior. Rasmussen throws it on net. Oh, it's denied. It might have hit that right post. Flip shot. Oh, that goes wide of the right post. That was Chaseley who threw it towards the net. 6-on-6 hockey without goalies here in the overtime. Score as many as you can, and we'll find out who's standing at the end. Puck thrown down. Miller will chase it for Superior. 2:16 remaining in the overtime period. Oh, and missing connection. That's going to go all the way down. No icing. Scola is going to have to chase after it. Smith coming up from behind. Scola slaps it over to the far boards. Chip towards the net between the circles. Miller throws it. Doesn't get through. Oh, and then hits the side of the net. Centering attempt hits the net again. In front. And taken by Midwest. Oh, Midwest could have an open net here. And Schlee tried to throw that one. towards the net. It got deflected, and a follow-up attempt scores. And that's Cronin. Maeve Cronin gets the goal. That's the second goal for Midwest here in the overtime period, and they lead 3-1. Minute and a half remaining, 3-1 lead. Flip towards the net, does not get through. And now Midwest tries to get it outside the zone, but it's kept in. Spun around, flip towards the net. That goes behind on the attempt there from that was from Hanlon. Now to the neutral zone. Swept away. Puck up front. Now the Mavericks are going to bring it inside the zone. Or the Falcons, I should say. 55 seconds. Volkral throws it on net. Chipped away. Stuff attempt doesn't get through. Another flip attempt goes in front through the crease. Good pressure here by Team Midwest. Oh, and then the puck is going to get deflected into the net. And it is. Conaway tried to stop the puck. Fell down, dove for it. But then it just tipped and went into the net. And it's 3-2. I didn't even see who got credit for that one. What? 38 seconds remaining. Superior looking to get the equalizer. They trail 3-2 here. This 4 minutes, 6-on-6 overtime without goalies. It's not sudden death. And into the net, they score! Aldridge. Aldridge gets the goal right back, and it's 4-2. So Aldridge with the goal. Out to the neutral zone. Thrown on net, deflected. The time is winding down here. That puck goes behind the net. Flipped out to the neutral zone. That's going to go all the way down, maybe for icing. And they're going to let things play out here, and that'll do it. As Team Midwest in overtime scores 3 goals to win 4-2 in an exciting fashion. Well, the teams will meet at center ice there, but boy, what great play by both teams there. And we're going to interview, hopefully, the stars of the game here. I'm going to give, for Midwest, I'm going to give it to Wilson. The initial goaltender for Team Midwest. And then the star of the game for Team Superior will be Morgan Fox. Number 5. So MVP, per my unofficial MVP vote, it'll be Wilson, the starting goaltender for Team Midwest from Team Revolution. Did not allow a goal, faced about 8 shots in that opening period, 7. And then for Team Superior, it'll be Morgan Fox, who got the only regulation goal. with the MVPs from the game. one channel works on that headset, so you only hear out of one side. I'll be swinging back around. All right, we're back here at the Triphahn Ice Center. Here with Morgan Fox, the lone goal scorer for Team Superior in this game. First of all, Morgan, I got to talk to you about that overtime period. That was crazy. What was that like playing in a 6-on-6 with no goalie?
It was really scary, especially as a defenseman, because like you don't want to let up goals, but you also want to score.
Right.
But it was also like different. It was fun because like it's something that I've never done before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely high pace. I mean, the game goes, there was only one goal each for each team going into overtime, and then there was a 4-goal explosion in that extra period there. Let's talk about your goal there. You're able to get the equalizer goal for Team Superior in that second period. What was that like?
I want to say like the Addison Hall, she gave me a really good pass so I could get a shot on the point. And I just kind of like shot where the goalie wasn't and hoped that would go in, and it did.
Yeah. What did you think there was a deflection there? Was it deflected down by like maybe Aldridge or someone there? It might have been Hover might have tipped it down possibly.
I think it hit her in the face actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it bounced off her cage because she was holding her head after the goal. I don't know if that was because she was disappointed that she didn't block it or that it actually hit her.
Could be, yeah. It's tough to give up a goal like that in a tough situation. So what was the experience like participating in an All-Star game? Have you ever been in an All-Star game before?
I haven't, but it was really fun. At first it was really nerve-wracking because you don't know a lot of the girls besides your teammates, and you don't really know what to expect. But after the first couple of shifts, it turns into a really fun experience.
And then how was it going against some of your teammates too? Like that experience? Did you have that?
No, my only teammate was actually
they're
my team.
on your team. That's right. Yeah. That's right. So you didn't have to go through that there too. What about playing then with some of these players that you play against, and kind of getting to know them? I know you guys were all kind of thrown together there. What was that like?
On the ice, we're all kind of pitched against each other when we play against each other, but they were all super nice and there was no bad blood between us. They were all really nice and welcoming. Yeah. We all played really well together, even though we play against each other most of the time.
Yeah. So, and then your season, you're going to pick up your season after the All-Star game there. How are things going for the Vipers, and what are you looking to accomplish here in the second half?
We're in the middle of our division, so we're hoping to win a couple more games, maybe clinch a playoff spot if we can. But really, I think we just have fun playing together. And winning's really fun for us.
Well, that's excellent. Well, Morgan Fox, the MVP for Team Superior, thanks for taking some time, and best of luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. And we're going to bring over the team MVP for Team Midwest. She'll be coming on over. That'll be Milena Wilson. We'll give her headset there. You have to make the goaltender do extra work there, so come on in. So they in the shot. We're good? Okay. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So that first period was crazy. That, the amount of saves you made in that first period, kept it. Obviously, in that period, Superior didn't score, and they had several chances. In that second half of the first period, you can tell with the power plays they got that they were coming on. You were able to make some big saves. Were you just kind of feeling it tonight?
I was definitely very trying hard. I feel like I was definitely feeling it. The ice was very, very nice tonight.
Yeah. Well, and then you had the benefit of it being the first period, so that ice is fresh, which is probably good for everyone, though. Good for the goalies, but then you don't have all that snow around the cage, too, to kind of slow things down. But you had to make some big-time saves to keep your team in the game there, keeping it a one-goal lead as they went into the second. You rotated the goaltenders, but your performance in that first period just kind of stood out. How has the season been going for you overall? Obviously, you were named an All-Star. How has your season been going?
I'd say it's been going really well. This is actually my first full season as a goaltender, and I'm very excited about it.
Wow.
I definitely feel like my season has been going really good as me in the goaltender position.
Yeah. Well, I would say, I mean, if you're making an all-star team on your first year as a full-time goalie, that's pretty good. All right, now I have to ask, so Morgan was a defenseman, and she was involved in this 6-on-6. You're a goaltender. You're looking out there. There's no goalies out there in this 6-on-6 overtime. What was that experience like watching that overtime period?
It was very entertaining because since there was no goalies, the players had to play as goalie, and seeing them like dive to make a save was very cool, as well as like all of the shots from like the neutral zone as well.
Right, yeah, everyone was trying to make sure they're not icing it, but then they're seeing that empty net and they want to get in there. Last question for you, how are things going with the Revolution, and what are you and the Revolution looking to accomplish in the second half?
The Revolution is actually doing really well. We're hoping to go to the Blackhawks Cup, and we're currently placing second in our division behind Lady Liberty. And my goal for Revolution is like just to keep playing, having a great time, maybe even make some new connections with people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a great time playing goalie. I don't want this to stop.
You can tell. I mean, the smile on your face kind of says it. Well, again, Milena, thank you so much for coming on. Milena Wilson, the MVP for Team Midwest as they win this game in overtime 4-2. Good luck and congratulations, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. All right, that'll do it for Game 1. We'll be back with Game 2 here in about 5 or 10 minutes. It'll be the 16-19 U's coming up. American Division All-Star Game coming your way.